Hi guys, welcome to our book club. Today will be the fifth and the last session of this reading adventure in our beginners level. We just finished reading Pugs in the Frozen North, a book written by Sarah McIntyre and Philip Rips. And this video will cover chapter 13 and 14. So without anything else to say, let's just begin. Welcome back. As I told you in the introduction, today will be the last session of this book. And well, this video will cover chapter 13 and 14, but before that, let's just remember what happened in previous chapters. So remember that Sika and Shen are participating in a race in order to arrive in the first place to the father Snow Father's house in order to have a wish granted by him. And well, during the race, we have seen that Shen and Sika and also the 66 Pugs have fought against a kraken, and also they have not fought, but they have an encounter with yetis, and they have surfed a lot of dangers with a lot of different kind of snow. And well, the last one, it was when they needed to cross a very very fragile maze made of bridges, and when they are doing it, they have encountered Helga, that she was in trouble, and they help her. And also Sir Charleston, they help her, they help him. And well, all of them are now together, and they just have an encounter with Sir Basil. And they won't because as I played, the butler helped them. And well, all of them right now, they finally have arrived to the Snow Father's house, and the Snow Fathers have just asked them who was the winner. So that is what happened in previous chapters. This will be the last two chapters of the book, so let's just start. I'm already sharing my screen so you can see here that is chapter 13. We have Snow Father here, with a very samurai look, with this, like beard, very long and white. He has, this very beautiful helmet. And here are the pugs. So we have the, like Snowfather Awesome, who was the winner, and all of them, they say, none of us. Like we have arrived all together, so all of us are winner, and we cannot have done it without helping us each other. So Snowfather is very happy to hear that answer, and he says like, okay, so all of you are the winners. And that's why I will, like help them to make your wish come true. So he just take them to a very, very special place where there's a very special kind of snow. And they start making with that snow whatever they want, and it will be true. It will become true. So everybody is, like making some um, treasures. Like Shen made a ship, and then like I remember see Charleston. He was making like a dishwasher because he thought that maybe the Jetties needed like some dishwashers, and that would be the end of all troubles for them. And they are preparing all their gifts, and they are making more than one. But Sika is like, I don't want anything. I want, want something probably that you cannot come true. So Snowfeather arrives, like he comes closer, and they are having a conversation. So let's just, like be to that part. So here, what I told you, none of us is the winner. Like all of them arrive together. So everybody's happy, and they start, like let's see. Everything you see here is made of snow. Oh, because he said like this snow is very special. Even the palace is made of it. The special anything snow that falls only here at the top of the world, shape into whatever you want, and it will become real. It becomes real. So anything snow, that's the name of the snow, and it makes whatever you want becoming real. So we have here that they start, like making some gifts. Well, in order to shop them, he made a little bird, and then like it's real. So, oh yeah, because like the palace has, it is all surrounded by plants, green plants, and they said like, how come you have green plants here? There's no sun, there's no nothing. It's very cold, and that's why he demonstrated that anything snow, it's able to do whatever you want. So I told you everybody's happy. Like Shen is making a ship. And then we have that, like he put in his pocket and set to work making just 1 second, making a snow treasure chest and filling it with snowy diamonds. Everything becomes real. So we have here that they also like made some bones for the pugs and for the dogs, and that Helga decided to create another polar bear because it's never enough. Like Cypled, he made, like another hat because once, oh, his was destroyed, or not destroyed, but damaged during the race. So he said, like, oh, I want a new one. And that's the only thing he's making. And then we have, like Sean Lexton. He is making the robot he always wanted to build, but he didn't know how. He's making it. And as I told you, like Helga is making a bear, and then we have Sika. And Sika, she just sat and watched, and the snow father sat beside her, chuckling at the delight of the others as they busy themselves making snow things. Always the same, he said. Ever since Oka first came here and discovered the anything snow. What did she make? Ah, said the Snow Father. She was feeling rather lonely having come so far all by herself, so she made a snowman. She didn't even know it was anything snow she was making him from, but she lay down to sleep beside him, and when she woke up, it was, like a person there. Uh, he had come alive, asked Sika. The Snow Father smiled and nodded, remembering. And what about you, young Sika? He asked. What will you make? I don't know, said Sika. I think I want isn't a thing. The thing I want isn't a thing. I came here to ask if you could make my grandpa better. Oh, my dear, said the Snow Father gently. I'm afraid that's a little bit beyond me. But you grant wishes, don't you? That's what all the stories say. They say you will give the winner the heart's desire. I think there's a bit of a mix up then, said Snowfather. I am the guardian of the anything snow, but I cannot grant wishes. If people have gotten their heart's desire by coming here, then either their heart's desire was something they could make out of snow, or it was something they found along the way. Your grandpa did. My grandpa, he said, like, yeah, because he didn't win the race, but all the stories, everything, like the trip, make him creative, and even, like contagious people with, the adventure of doing it. So at the end, like Sika is like, okay. Like it says, such stories, said Sika, and when he dies, they will know more. No, no, said the Snow Father. And all things die in the end, but no stories. Stories go on, and new ones are always being born. Now, join the others before the snow is all used up. So she, yeah, at the end, like, it's like, okay, he lived an adventure. She is very disappointed at sad, but anyways, like she joined the rest by making some stuff. So here we have them that they prepare food. They are all, like very warm in grandfather's house. We have here Helga, the pugs, we have the pink dogs, we have now the three polar bears, and finally, they decide to come back to their houses. So we have here, oh, this is, like Sir Basil. Very, very small, very tiny, eating a peanut. So we have here that at the end, when they decide to go, um, Helga says, like, this is the perfect place for me, so I want to stay. And the rest is like, well, we need to, like come back. We have that Charlton, he did a robot better than the first one, so we have, like a huge robot, and he is just going in that. So he's saying goodbye to all of them. They are packaging. He's living with the dogs. He says that he will just take the washer machines to Mitzi, so like Yetis won't have troubles. And then we have that Sika and Shen are the last ones. But like the pugs, they are very, very small. They are very fragile. Everybody thinks that they won't resist the way back. So, like Snow Fathers, what he did is creating some, guess what? Like, yes, um, some reindeers. And let's see, what is that park? We have here your dogs. Yeah, here we have the reindeers. But let's see, where does it say that? Oh, well, let's just hear. Your dogs have run farther than any pugs ran before, he said as he started trying the elk to the sled. Oh, no reindeers, elks. That would be, like alces. It would be a pity to make them run all the way back again, too. There was barely enough room on the sled for Shen and Sika and the snow fathers and snow treasures and chess and 60 pugs, but they those squeeze on somehow. So what his grandfather did, it was that he created some elks, also like a very big sled, well, not very big, and they package everything there. So we have here that they just fly, oh, because like Snow grandfather got inspired by Sean Lexton machine that it fly as well, and they flew away. So he said like, oh, that's the best way of traveling. So he did these elks to fly also. And they are just flying, they are flying, and when they arrive to Sika's house, to the bow of ice, they just see the house and they just enter very slowly in their tippy toes to Sika's grandfather's room. So we have here that they are traveling, as you said, like check the sled, and like on them they have everything. And in order the eggs to fly, they have some wings. So here we have the whole image. And as I told you, like that is the end of chapter 13. So that will be the beginning of 14 when they arrive to, like the grandfather's room, and they are just like very slowly, and the grandfathers little by little started like opening an eye and then another eye, and he says like, oh, I am flying, I am this, I am like in the North Pole again, in the race. And grandfather says like, no, I'm just came here. So like Sika's grandfather is like, oh, I always wanted to see you, but I couldn't, and I always waited for the opportunity, but it never arrived. So grandfather is like, don't worry, we're already here, and like the adventures, Sika, like broth, and Sika's like, yes, grandfather, I have a lot of stories. What kind of stories? And well, like the father is very excited, but little by little he just got sleepy and sleepy and sleepy and sleepy and sleepy, and well, like Sika and the grand and Snow grandfathers, they knew that well he passed away. So everybody's sad and disappointed. Well, not disappointed. They are very sad and probably disappointed because he couldn't, like did this trip again. But what grand Snowfather did, it was that he had a very special snow, a snow that in order instead of like falling, it was like going up. And well, he did something, like here you can see the snow. He did something to the snow, like the, and it says he breathed on the clump of the snow that was in his hand, and it came apart in soft white flakes. The flakes drifted into the air like loose feathers from a damp comforter. It took a Shen, it took Shen a moment to realize that was strange about them, because like they didn't fall; they were just like going up. So here we have the snow, and well, what the snow did, it says they are falling upward. So they are going, like up. So what the snow did, it was that it took the grandfather's bed and it started to float, to float, to float, and go away, go away, go away, go away. And well, it just, like flew away. So everybody was, like looking at it, Sika's mother, Sika, Shen's, and Snowfather. And at the end, like here is the image, here is everybody. And they said like, well, it's time for him, like to do that adventure that he always was wanted for. And well, at the end, everybody's sad, but they say like it's the best. And Snowfather says goodbye. It was a pleasure. No, it didn't say that. It just disappeared. But like as soon as disappear, Shen says like, well, this is the end. That's the end of the story. So Sika's mother offered him to stay. Sika's mother told him like, what if you stay and like with the money you have, we just repair the pot of ice into the post office again, and then I open a cafeteria and I do something about it. And Shen decided, like to stay because he was very happy to have a place to belong with and not to continue traveling, and also because he loved to be with the Pugs. If he traveled again, he couldn't be with the Pugs, and now he says like, oh, I will stay. So here it says, but then if she knew what he was thinking, Sika's mom put her hand on his shoulder and said, I have been thinking, Shed. I think if you want to, that you should stay here. You and your 66 pugs. I meant to open the pot of ice properly again and start a hot chocolate cafe and rent our rooms to people who come to see the northern lights. So then Shen knew that his heart desire had been all along, not a new ship, a new life, here in this cozy old snowy post office. So at the end, they decided to stay. Here we have, like the chest full of diamonds or in money or whatever, the treasure. Here we have the pugs. And then, like finally, Shen is very happy because they will be all together and is this new adventure for him. And that's it. That's the end of the book. Here we have more information about the authors. I told you the authors are Philip Reeve and Sarah McIntyre. And we have some other books from their collection. We have read Oliver and the Seaweeks. If you haven't read it, you have the videos in the channel. And well, that's it. That's it, guys. We have here all the 60 pugs with the 66 names. So we have Vasquez. That is very funny because it's my last name. And well, that's it, guys. That's the end of the book. So I really hope that you have enjoyed this adventure. It was a very funny and a very warm, heartwarming adventure. I think I love the ending, and obviously this story just reminds me to Santa Claus. I think that I will accept this story as true. It's a very beautiful story, and also the pugs. Like I think that right now I see pugs with other eyes. And well, as I told you, I hope you enjoy this book as much as I did. For the moment, that will be it. Thank you so much for reading this book with me, and see you in the next one. Bye.
We gather round and chat all day. New words to learn in every way. No fear of wrong, just give a try. We're flying high like birds in sky. From A to Z we say hello. Each day we watch our language grow. Together we will break the ice. In Talk English we find paradise. Right now, let's talk in English, hear us loud. Breaking barriers, tearing down the clouds. Every word's a step we're taking now. In this club we'll make each other proud. Hey now, let's talk in English, hear us loud. Breaking barriers, tearing down the clouds. Every word's a step we're taking now. In this club we'll make each other proud. With laughter, jokes and stories told. In conversation hearts unfold. We share, we learn, we understand. Building bridges hand in hand. No grammar rules can hold us still. We're climbing higher up the hill. Every sentence, every phrase. In Talk English we like the blaze. In Talk English we like the blaze. Hey now, let's talk in English, hear us loud. Breaking barriers, tearing down the clouds.